Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a reaction video. I'm going to be reacting to one of my old videos. I say old videos, it's... when did I record it? It's before the season started anyway. I did a Football League prediction, and I did include the Premier League and one National League prediction as well. So I'm going to react to it. I can remember some of them that I know I got very, very wrong. And there's also some that I did get right as well, I think. Obviously anything can happen between now and the beginning of the season, so any club can sign just about anybody, realistically. First off, can we talk about the background? It's my old setup. There's a disc in the background. There is some, what are they, Harry Potter, I don't even remember what they're called now, more different flavoured beans. This background is so much better, with the exception of the shadows. Having this as a setup is so much better than that. My bed's a mess. Yeah, let's go into the rest of the video. At number 10, I've listed more fit and proper failures. Now this one, this one was obvious from the start. This one I feel like I'm gonna put a tick. Gonna put some ticks at the top for everyone that I get right. I feel like for this one, because there's so many, I should get like 5 ticks, because this one was like ridiculously accurate. There were so many fit and proper failures this year. Started off with Bolton and Bury, which at the time of the video they were ongoing anyway. So it was Bolton, Bury, then it Charlton. Who else was there this year? Obviously there was the big one of Wigan, which I feel like that's the one which should get me like multiple ticks. I didn't realise how bad it would get. So corrupt from the get-go. It happens every year. There's always fit and proper failures. That one I feel like was probably too easy to get, that one really. So I'll give myself a tick, because yeah, it was bad, but yeah. I feel like if I would have said there's going to be a global pandemic, that would have just been an instant win for my reactions, for my predictions even. Number 9 is that Solihull Moors will be promoted to the Football League. Yeah, so Solihull finished 8th. They were 3 points outside the playoffs. So that one I wasn't far off. I think if the season continued, they did stand a very good chance of getting into the playoffs, which I did think was more likely to happen anyway. So now we're going to go into the Football League, and obviously number 8, I've said Plymouth, Mansfield and Cambridge are going to fill the automatic promotion spots. 1 of 3, I did get one of them. I did say Plymouth. I looked at Plymouth signings earlier in the season and I thought, you know what, they didn't impress me with their signings. I think at the time Cambridge were close to signing Wes Hoolahan, but if we go and take a look further down the table, Cambridge finished 16th and Mansfield 21st. So I don't think I could have been much more wrong with that one. My other prediction is Salford City to reach the playoffs. Yeah, they weren't far off. I mean, actually they were. They were 8 points off at the close of play. So, yeah, could have done better. I actually thought that I was under doing it for them. I thought that they would be more likely to win promotion than they would to finish mid-table. Right, number 7. No, this is actually number 6, but it says number 7. So, League 1, I made the predictions that Portsmouth and Sunderland will be top 2, with Rotherham and Lincoln in the playoffs. Right, so let's unpack this one, shall we? Also, I sound really boring in that video. I'm so sorry. I had no idea what I was talking about as well. So, Portsmouth and Sunderland promoted. Portsmouth finished 5th. Sunderland finished 8th. This is on points per game. Obviously, things could have very much changed in the next however many matches, 10 matches. Sunderland 3 points off, Portsmouth 2 points off, with like 10-11 games to go. Could very much have changed. Not far off with them. I said those two would be top 2. I did think that they would improve. We'll never know what would have happened now. Rotherham Lincoln in the playoffs. Now this went either way. Rotherham ended up in the top 2, courtesy of point. Actually, they were in the top 2 anyway. Were actually second outright. And then you have Lincoln, who are down in 16th. All the teams that I predicted promotion apparently just like finishing 16th. Lincoln under the Cowleys would have finished in the playoffs. 110%. They would have got into the playoffs. They started off so well. They'd just come up from League Two. They started off well, and then they just faded away. They just really struggled as soon as the Cowleys left. Obviously, the Cowleys did their job of keeping Huddersfield up, and I think they got sacked, despite actually keeping them up. I would like to see them given another chance to have a crack at next season, try to get Huddersfield further up the table. But it is what it is. They probably would have been better off staying at Lincoln, in all honesty. Would the Cowley brothers have made up those 18 points to get into the playoffs? I think they would have done. I don't actually know who the Lincoln manager is, but they're going to struggle next season. I think. You look at the form with the Cowley brothers, and then as soon as the Cowley brothers left, this is one I'm giving myself a fat tick on this one. My other prediction for League One is Ipswich to be mid-table, and I put this in because it's going to wind up a few of them. I do love winding up Ipswich fans, as a Norwich fan myself. Okay, I'm going to change that to Ipswich mid-table at best. They all said, and as a Norwich fan, let me just boast here, they all said, and I know obviously we'll get to Norwich in a minute, we'll get to them soon. They all said 100 points, 100 goals, they're going to walk League One, which I think we got, was it 95, 93 points, something like that. We know how tough of a League One actually is. If it hadn't been for a certain manager coming in and rescuing our season, then yeah, we would have been down there. And I say a manager, assistant manager. It wasn't actually him. He's proven that since they parted ways. But we'll talk about that another time, maybe. But yeah, I predicted that they would finish mid-table, and 11th is pretty close to mid-table. The only way that it could have got closer is if Burton overtook them, and then they would literally be mid-table. 100 points, 100 goals. Nope. Granted, even if they would have won their last 10 games, they still would not have got 100 points. So yeah, a big fat tick on that one. I was 100% right. And this is where I stop bragging, because I know what comes in the Premier League. Next prediction was it will be for the Championship. I did 2 of them together. I predicted Luton to stay up as number 4 and number 3, Charlton to be relegated. I've proven I do not know what I'm talking about when it comes to League 2. But when it comes to the Championship, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Kind of. First off, we have Luton staying up. I was number 4. I predicted that one because I saw the fight in this Luton team. I remember going to Notts County versus Luton in League 2, and I could see that they had a good side then. And I was guessing that they would have progressed throughout the years, and also the way that Luton, I think they pretty much walked League One. I felt like they would stay up. Charlton being relegated, that one was a tough call. That was purely based on their owner being a bit dodgy. I wouldn't have predicted Hull and Wigan to go down. I think at the beginning of the season I would have said Charlton, Barnsley. If you would have pushed me for a 3, I think I probably would have said Charlton, Barnsley, and QPR maybe. Barnsley obviously staying up contentiously. But then granted, Sheffield Wednesday should have had points deducted as well. So their points deduction goes into next season. Yeah, so I'm very happy with my prediction of Luton to stay up, and I always believed that it would happen. I'm pretty sure I watched their first match of the season, and I think it was like 3-3 against West Brom. Was it? No. I'm going to have to look this up now. I'm pretty sure I watched, because I'm pretty sure they had the opening Championship match of the season. Oh no, it was a 3-2 win against Blackburn. And I remember watching that match, and I was impressed even then. And my video came out even before that video, so by the looks of it, they did have a few dodgy results along the way. Wow, they even lost 3-1 to... Oh no. Hang on. Oh no, yeah, it was 3-3 against Middlesbrough, their first match of the season. Watched that one, and I'm pretty sure Sonny Bradley scored a header in that one. And I remember watching that one, and I was very much impressed. Yes, Sonny Bradley. Oh no, it wasn't even a header. Oh, I guess my memory of that match is a bit... Charlton going down, called it. But that's, as I say, that was purely down to the fact that their owners had been quite bad with their finances. They lost Lee Bowyer and then signed him up the next day. They didn't know what they were doing. Oh, and they lost some of their key players as well. Pretty sure they sold a defender to Preston. I can't remember who it was now. My prediction number 2 is Wolves to break into the top 6. We're into the Premier League now. Wolves will break into that top 6. I was 3 goals off. I was 3 goals away from getting this one right, or even a point. So I predicted Wolves to break into the top 6. If I would have said Leicester, I would have been right. That was the Premier League prediction that I don't mind not having. I was close though. I mean, no, I was very close. Before lockdown, I'm pretty sure it looked like Wolves were going to get into the top 6, and Sheffield United and Leicester. And then Sheffield United faded away. Wolves kind of faded away, and Leicester did fade away, but Leicester were looking like getting 3rd, and they finished up 5th. So that wasn't too bad. Let's not talk about my my next prediction. Also, can we talk about how my camera really went out of focus? I've got a new camera now. It's the same model pretty much. It's like the next one up, and it actually stays focused. So my main prediction is that Brighton, Newcastle, and Sheffield United will be the 3 teams to go down. I guess I have to address it. So Brighton, Newcastle, Sheffield United going down. I said at the beginning of the season, Brighton and Newcastle would 100% be. Brighton stayed up by 7 points, Newcastle by 9 points, and Sheffield United finished 9th. Brighton and Newcastle were the ones that I said would 100% be going down, and Sheffield United, I said, was one of the teams. I thought it'd be Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Watford would all be competing for it. Competing to stay out of that last spot. But ended up being Norwich, Watford and Bournemouth. Fun fact, they're the same teams who went up 5 years ago. So go up together, down together. Although granted, Norwich have come down and then gone back up. I might do another video reviewing where it went wrong for Norwich this season. It was, gutting season. But it's fine, because it does mean no VAR next season. So I'm definitely looking at the bright side of this one.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I think that's it for my predictions. I will say this, I do think Chelsea's going to be competing next season. They are looking like building, and this is going to be my early prediction, is that instead of being a 1-horse race like it was this year, next year is going to be a 3-horse race. Pep Guardiola is going to sign a new world-class centre-back, and that's going to pretty much fix their issues. Yeah, so that's my very, very early prediction for next season is that Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool, depending on signings, Manchester United might get up there as well. They might even make it a 4-horse race next season. But Liverpool is going to come just as strong. Man City are going to improve. Chelsea are going to improve. Manchester United is going to improve. I think Leicester will fade away. I think Tottenham will pretty much be where they are now. Arsenal will probably come back stronger under Arteta. I think Sheffield United, they might suffer from second season syndrome, but then I'm aware that I predicted them to come down this season. So, also, Old intro. I have to point that out. So I got 5 out of all my predictions. Not great. I'm not sure what that's out of in total. I'll work it out. I'll work it out and I'll put it in the video somewhere. Not a great prediction. Not great set of predictions there really. But we go again. Maybe had the season not been interrupted, then I might have got some more right, but we will never know. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave the video there. I am planning on doing some more videos in the run-up to FIFA 21. Don't know what I've got planned yet, but I've got a few videos that I'm planning on doing. I will do a pre-season predictions for next season as well at some point, but we will have to see when I manage to get around to that one really. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and until the next video, I will see you then.